Hello. Good evening, everyone. If we have anyone here yet. I don't think we have anybody here yet. I hope notifications went out. But anyway, thank you for being here. Welcome to my channel. And I was thinking that we would go over some of the feedback that I've seen from the address the other night. Wow. Hey, Debbie. Good to see you. You made it. You didn't miss this one. They're doing good. I'm going to do another live in a little bit going over the babies. They're doing really good. They're so strong, and it's so cold there. They're just buried in snow. But it looks like we have a pip. I've got a close up, or I've got a timestamp to look at, and it looks like we do. But nothing major has happened yet. I'm real hopeful. Yeah. I'm hopeful though, because that was the baby was that third egg didn't come for a few days after the other two, so I'm hoping. But they look very strong. They seem very strong. And it's been some rough weather, so I'm very happy about that. Yeah, we'll go check in on them a little bit. But I was going just from Twitter alone. Well, I mean, I've been looking at it all over, but all the feedback that's coming back from the president's address the other day was really it doesn't look good, and I really feel the same way as a lot of people that it was just shameful that they really behaved like they don't even like this country. That's what a lot of people are saying. They just hate America, and it kind of feels like that. I mean, to me, so many things they've done, they don't want to celebrate anything good that's happening, and fighting the fact they want to fight all of this, the waste and fraud and abuse is unbelievable, really. It's hard to imagine that that they actually want good things to happen. I mean, who wouldn't want that? It's really pretty ridiculous. But, and we watched it happening. I mean, it was ridiculous. Completely. But that is what they did. But there's some really good videos I found. I found some good ones that I wanted to share with you guys. So there's actually a lot. I just kept coming. This one's really good, I think.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Where do we start today, people? You guys are fired up. It's been hard to stay focused this morning because I've been going through all of your posts and you were fired up. I'll tell you this. If you are on the side where you wake up and Stephen Colbert is making fun of the Democrats, he went online and went to talk about, I really appreciated how the Democrats were holding up in protest at the address last night with their little paddles. He said, I wasn't sure if they were making a message or if they were bidding at an antique auction. And he said, I made my own paddle. I made my own message. And he held it up and it said, do something. That is the point. If you as a Democrat, if you as a liberal do not like what you see and you do not like what is going on, get up and do something about it. But here's where we're going to go. We're going to get right into this because I'm telling you what, this is where you lose me. This is where you lost me. I am an independent. I don't lean right. I don't lean left. I lean people. I vote people over party. And there's a reason that I do this. And so here's where you lost me, and here's where you lose the people, Democrats. And here's why you keep losing these elections. This is why. You had 3 opportunities to stand up for Americans that had suffered in this country, and you sat your asses down. Give me a break. Let's just start with DJ, the 10-year-old with cancer, who fought it, who beat it, and who has a passion and a desire to be a police officer. He was made an honorary Secret Service agent. It was one of the most heartwarming things I had ever seen. I couldn't contain myself. I couldn't help but crying. And to see a Secret Service man who, by definition, is just all hands off, right? We don't hug them. We don't touch them. We don't even get in their personal space. Literally lost it and embraced this little boy. Not one Democrat stood up. Not one. Not one. I'm so done with you people. Then you have Laken Riley's family. This woman was raped, murdered, and beat to shit dead. That's the facts and the reality of it by 2 illegal Venezuelans. No, I'm sorry, 1. It was the other girl that was beat by 2 illegal Venezuelans. This one was it? Jose Ibarra came into this country illegally and was allowed into this country illegally. And he took the life of a young American nursing student. Why are you mad about this woman? You stand up for women's rights and you're not mad? You're not angry? You sit your ass down and you sit there because you're so pissed off at Trump? What the f*** is wrong with you? And then you have the family for Jocelyn Nunegray. 12 years old. My son is 12. Come at me. I'll cut you. 12 years old. Her life is over because of Venezuelan immigrants that came into this country. They raped her. They murdered her. He dedicated a refuge to her because she has a passion for nature. And you assholes sat down. What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you? You're on the wrong side of humanity. It's not about what side of the aisle you're on. You're on the wrong side of humanity. I don't give a shit about policy. I don't care about Ukraine right now. I don't care about the war. I don't care about the billions that we sent. 3 American children were being honored last night, and you sat the down. I'm not okay with you. We are not the same. And if you want to unfollow me, go right the ahead. Go ahead. But if you are just as angry and you are just as pissed off as I am right now, and you have had enough, follow the button. Let's be a community and let's start continuously speaking up, because I am disgusted as an American. I have watched people sitting here going, I stand with Ukraine. Wow. Do so. Do so. I don't give a shit. You can stand with whatever country that you want. But if you are here in this country and you consider yourself a citizen, you also stand for the Americans. Nobody says you can't stand with or for Zelensky, whoever, whatever you want to do it. You'll never hear me say that you can't and shouldn't, but shame on you, you pieces of, for sitting down at the acknowledgement of those 3 children. You make me sick. You're a different kind of level of evil that I want no part of. And I'm telling you, you're guaranteeing a continual Republican ticket by doing this. Your hate for him should never supersede honoring Americans, especially those that died at the hands of open borders. What is wrong with you?
Thank you, Gemini Mama. Thank you. Good to see you. Hey, Floor. No, I totally agree with that. You cannot, if you don't love this country, and it's getting so gross. I'm very happy that people are seeing it, because I don't know how else you can see it. I mean, I really don't know how anybody defends this. I kept saying that the other night. How can you defend this? I don't get it. It's indefensible. I thought I found some really good videos. I feel like, and I really was. I just decided I wanted to share them with you guys. Um, and most of them are or were Democrats. But this lady's really funny. This is a good one. I love this one here. I hope you guys like these. I get stuck on some of this stuff for hours on end. Okay.
I voted for Democrats my whole life. They never did anything they promised. They would come to
Yes,
the
you're
black
right.
church and sing some Negro spirituals with us and then disappear, peer. Once they got our vote, they never did anything they promised.
I agree totally.
I vote for a Republican once in my life, and this dude done did everything he promised on steroids. He ain't even been in office 2 months, and everything I voted for, I'm getting. It's amazing. Do he sleep? Like this dude, if he sleeps, he wake up on a mission to do what Nakia voted for. He said, Nakia want me to fix that border. I'm on it. Nakia want to make sure them tax dollars is being spent for Americans more than anybody else. I'm on it. Like this dude wakes up. I feel like with me in
That's
mind,
funny.
you know what I'm saying? I feel like he be
I
thinking
know.
about me. It's like being at the casino. You put in that Democrat coin, you put it in and you pull the thing and no, you're gonna win. You're gonna win. You put in another Democrat coin and you pull the thing and no, you didn't win. You put in that Republican coin. I put in a Republican coin for the first time. Pulled the ding.
Makes me laugh.
I freaking won. Wow. So you know what that tells me? That tells me to never vote for Democrats again in life. Ever. Because you're not going to win with them. I voted for a Republican once and hit the jackpot, honey. I will continue to do that again. And I voted.
That one just made me laugh. I think that was awesome. Yeah, no, I think he will keep up. He's going to constantly keep getting pushback. But on, like she said already, what we've seen has been huge. He knows this is he. To me, he wants to be the best president of all time. He wants to. I feel very strong that he loves this country, and this is our last chance he gets. He doesn't have any other, and that's why he is going so fast. And he learned a lot last time. He learned that he really thought he didn't know how many people were stabbing him in the back last time and trying to stop what he was doing. He didn't realize what he was up against. In many cases, I didn't either. I've never been where I just think if you're Republican, you're right. I definitely don't think that way. I'm not a Republican. I'm an independent myself. I've personally, I've never been a Democrats don't ever align with my thinking. They never have. But Republicans lying about what they believe in and lying about what they're going to do, I don't align with them either. I'm a conservative. I just always have been. Definitely fiscally conservative and even socially. But my belief is that everybody's allowed to have a choice. I believe in freedom to believe whatever you want to believe, to practice whatever religion you want to practice, to make your own choices, to raise your own children. That's something that we got to really be very careful about, you guys. It's so bad. The indoctrination on our children is so bad. I got a story I'm going to share with you guys. You're not even going to believe this. You're really not. It infuriates me, actually. Hey, Frazzled. Yeah, to hear some of the things that are going on, and I know I have seen a lot of different things. I know I'm gonna have to look up this story that I heard about a while back, and it was really surprising. And what's really crazy about it is, it was in Montana, which Montana. What I thought Montana was probably about as red as you could get. But there was a story of these parents, their daughter wanted them to address her as a male, and they said no, they weren't going to do that. She changed her name. She wanted to be called something else. And the parents said they're not going along with that. And they took her away from the parents. Last I saw, they had not even been allowed to see her. She's out of state, because that was abuse, that they wouldn't go along with this. And I will tell you one thing I have been a firm believer in is I will raise my own children. I don't need that crap. Anytime they wanted to get too carried away at school, I kept my kids home. And this is how you have so many uneducated, stupid people. School's not about them. They don't need to be teaching your kids this stuff. But it's not only what they're teaching them, it's what they're doing behind the parents' back. Wait till you see this. This, oh my gosh, will make your heads. We all saw that Maine governor go at it with the president, right? And they're just, this story is about in Maine, what they're doing there. And it's unacceptable for me. I don't even know how people let their kids go to school these days. I really don't. I could not imagine. I hate my grandkids being in school. Yeah, wait till you see this. Oh, man. Infuriating.
Specifically is this about? Bringing in a so-called health clinic for the children with what appears to be the express goal of excluding parents?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for having me, Megan. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Hey, great.
Likewise.
Absolutely. They, in fact, one of the school board members, Joanne O'Brien, actually admitted on a Facebook post that they are providing, referring out to the transgender drugs and different treatments of that nature. So they're lying in the sense that they go, oh, we're not giving it, but they're referring out to it. And this all stems from the keeping secrets from parents in schools. This is just a logical conclusion of that because the school counselors are the biggest purveyors of the transgender cult, and a lot of people don't know that. And so they've been setting the tone that parents are unsafe and abusive. They're redefining two words, unsafe and abusive. And what they do is they'll say, if you don't believe that your daughter's is really a boy, then you are unsafe and abusive. And so based on that foundation that they've already established in government K through 12 in Maine and in all 50 states, really. Now they'll go, well, we need the medical clinic because parents are unsafe, and we need to provide the health coverage for children. But what they mean by that is vaccines, COVID vax, COVID vax, birth control, invasive IUDs, and Megan, it's even taking all those horrific things aside, like the transgender drugs, and they can refer out to it. These clinics are quite literally seeding their own clients. They're putting these kids in these the therapists that are Affirm-only therapists. They're driving their mental health to the ground, and then they go, oh, they need medication. So they're quite literally seeding and creating their own customers.
What do you mean referring out? How would it work in under the proposed, system that you are objecting to? If a kid comes in to this clinic and says, I'm gender confused.
So the first thing they'll do is they'll pair them with an Affirm-only therapist, and then they'll keep that a secret from parents, and they'll do the pronouns, they'll call them by a different name, things of that nature. Then they'll start driving them to that, and then if they need a breast binder or tucking, then they'll offer that. They'll give them that. Then if they start to do the cross-sex hormones, then the clinic in the school will refer them out to another clinic or another pharmacy to go get said drugs.
Could they get a prescription without their parents at that point?
Yes, they can, because it'll be paid through by Medicaid. In Maine, it's called MaineCare.
Oh my God. So your child could first get a COVID vaccine, which we know, especially in young males, has a disturbingly high risk of causing heart infection, myocarditis, which could be potentially fatal without your knowledge.
Absolutely.
And your child who maybe just be stressed out from like a divorce that the parents are going through. Or
can you even imagine if the school gave your child a vaccination, a COVID vaccination? Yes. Oh, absolutely. They have Gemini Mama. Well, you talk about they've gone completely insane. Particularly, I mean, if you can't, what kind of country are you living in whenever you hook up to a fire hydrant and nothing comes out? I mean, if that isn't enough to make people lose their shit in that state, I don't even know. But can you believe this? If I found out that they gave my kid a vaccination without talking to me about it, oh my God. I would be insane. And I mean, all of this crap, all of this. Hey, sis. This is ridiculous. Vaccinating kids, giving them these puberty blockers and stuff. I mean, this is crazy. And you know what? Kids they don't know what they want. They don't know. Let somebody grow up and figure something out. Oh my God. She stood on what she believes. Yes. No, I applaud her for that. I do. It's so sad though that had to happen. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, I'm not getting the jab. I don't give a shit. I'm not doing it. No way. You're not going to pull some vaccine out of your ass in 10 minutes and I'm taking it. Hell no. And I can't even imagine the school doing that, giving my child that. Yeah, listen what he says here. This is wild. This is crazy. It's actually really crazy.
Or God forbid, a childhood sexual trauma or bullying in school, and manifest this in the more sort of, it's like the hip thing to be, which is trans. without you knowing, gets affirmed, gets a breast binder, gets a prescription to go to this other clinic. And it's sometimes it can be like a Planned Parenthood. They're very like pro of like,
That's right. It could be
sending kids down this lane. And that clinic gives them a prescription for puberty blockers and decross-sex hormones, which sterilizes a child.
Yep. You've got brain issues, bone density issues. Obviously, you're stopping puberty, or even if the cross-sex hormones will screw up their fertility for women, for girls later on. It's such a horrific thing. Then that the other parts of the world are moving away from it. Hospitals are stopping it now, thanks to President Trump's executive order. But the schools, the transgender cult is going to be the last place that this completely dies. It'll be in K through 12. That's the last place it dies because that's where it started. This is not a chicken or egg thing. The social contagion started in K through 12.
That's such a good point. That's exactly right. So that's incredible and very disturbing. But what's happening now? Because there are reportedly 25 health clinics already in Maine schools. Right. But the nonprofit that would run this new one says, oh, no, we have no plans to provide hormone treatments.
Well, they say that, but in other states that have that, they've already done it. And one of the things also that they lie about it, they'll say that this doesn't cost taxpayers anything. And it's a complete lie because they use federal funding. They use federal funding to stand the clinic up for that first 1 or 2 years. So Health Reach uses federal funding.
Who's paying for it?
They'll use a mixture of funding from, let's say, Health and Human Services or the American Rescue Act of 2021. For those of you who know, it's supposed to be for COVID.
Yeah.
They use it for that. And then after the first 1 or 2 years, they'll have to raise taxes, property taxes, do a referendum for Maine residents to keep the clinics going. And if you say, hey, I don't want this referendum, it'll be, oh, you're taking healthcare away from poor kids. It's always weaponizing your empathy. We often say here at Courage is a Habit, we don't have an oppression problem in this country. We have an idiot empathy problem. And that's what they always drive good people's empathy to get these things passed.
But do we think that they're backing off of it at all? Because they delayed the vote on this health clinic in December, and now it's not officially on the agenda for the meeting they're having this week. So do you feel like you've already won this, or it's still alive?
No, the thing that they do, Megan, that's really that's a tactic they always use across all 50 states is they'll try to punt it until parents stop paying attention. And we've seen this, my organization fights this at every level, where there's the porn in schools or the critical race theory, transgender ideology. Every time something like this happens, they'll punt it because they know parents are busy. And a lot of people look at punting as a victory. And so when they stop paying attention, they're going to go ahead and sneak it in. But it's a different day. And we are definitely not letting anyone forget it. And so our suspicion is that they're going to try to punt it until they can quietly install it or vote it in. But for sure, the heat is getting to them because they should have they wanted to vote this in December 5th. They snuck in this agenda on Thanksgiving Eve. Imagine that.
Oh, wow.
Imagine being so proud of this medical clinic. It's so good that they snuck the agenda in on Thanksgiving Eve, and then they were going to do the vote on December 5th. Hoping nobody was going to pay attention. Bad news for them. We were paying attention, and we're not going to stop.
Right, and I should point out to the viewers, you're not in Maine, you're in Indiana, but you're keeping an eye. You've been. This is one of the reasons why I love your Twitter account, but X. You've been paying attention to what's happening in schools across the nation. By the way, if anybody wants your help or to alert you to something that they'd love your help with, how can they contact you?
Drop us an email at team@courageisahabit.org, or you can drop us a DM on our X, which is @CourageHabit.
You don't go out and...
I don't know if he comes back. No, actually, I watched a longer version of that, and he had to do a freedom of hold on, sorry. He had to do a freedom of information request to get this stuff. And he even said that if there is a text chain that has more than 5 people in it, it's like this school board or whatever. And so he was able to get a Freedom of Information Act on that, where he found them talking about him, trying to keep this organization out of it and lying to them. Right. No, you're so right. And you know, absolutely, Gemini Mama. Wow, I love that, because you know what? Not only that, I mean, it's gotten really bad. It's been bad for a long time, though. I can remember when Mr. Snotty and I, we just celebrated our 17th anniversary, but I remember before we even got married and we were talking about an election, and, you know, I was telling him, because I have been so anal about that shit forever. And what happens is when you read, when you're going to vote and you get your, you know, your ballot and you look it over, they make it intentionally so confusing so that you really are not even sure what the hell is even happening. And it's almost impossible to know if yes means yes or it means no. Like they just craft things so intentionally wrong and messed up. And I can remember we were talking about one that they kept calling it the payday loan thing. And I was like, I don't even know what you're talking about. Like, before we even got all the information, you know, you see all these commercials and different things. And I was just hearing all this stuff, payday loan bill. What kind of bill is that? I mean, first of all, yeah, they're probably not a good idea or whatever, but I didn't know if that was even what the bill was about. But stay the fuck out of it. I couldn't imagine how a payday loan was actually any of their damn business. Yes. No, you're so right, because yep. I'm the same way. I talk to my kids about elections and shit. When my daughter was in high school, she like signed up to, it was an election year, and it was Kerry and Bush W. And so they were doing debates, and my daughter was like, I'm going to debate on the side of Kerry, just because I want to show, you know, try to be honest about, you know, like, try to do your best, because it's not going to look good. Isn't that funny? I know. And here she's going on. She'll be 40 before long. In regards to right. They always do this. They do it, and you're like, what in the hell are we talking about? And you're so right. We all need to be way more involved in our local elections and what's happening. And I'm very guilty of that. I know probably more than a lot of people do, but we need to know more about, and I actually even try to watch, like, because they have all the stuff online, the school board meetings, and I don't even have children in school, but still, that doesn't mean I don't care, obviously. And even what I'm trying to think of the right word, the town meetings, you know, there's so many things that happen that we don't even realize are going on. And, you know, we also tend to think that the president actually can do anything, and really he can't. You know, how many times do you hear people saying, Trump's got to get term limits. He's got to put term limits in there. He's got to do it. He's got to do it. Well, first of all, he cannot put term limits. And quite frankly, The only people who can put term limits on these fools are themselves, and they're not going to do it. It's up to us to vote them out. That's what that's about. But it literally has to be an act of Congress. So just, I hear people saying, I really need him, he's got to put in term limits. And I'm like, oh my God, he can't, you guys. Yes. No, you're right. And this is something I've really been thinking about, trying to do some kind of a segment, possibly. I don't know how to do it, but something where just to talk about local issues. Because what also gets very hard is that people are working a lot of hours, got kids, they got sports, you got to do homework, you got to get home and get everybody fed and bathed and get up and go get everyone off so you can go to work. People are busy. And it's hard and that's again what they count on. Like that guy was saying, they push it out, and then people forget about it. And they're not done. Don't ever think they're done, because they're going to keep pushing their bullshit. They are. You said your daughter got to play 2 seasons. So she plays in sports. And so was this a sports scholarship or something? Is that what you meant? Because I also wonder about, something else that really bothered me the other night, in that when Trump was addressing the Congress, that girl that has been permanently damaged from being hit by a trans that decided they wanted to play women's sports, girls' sports. How is anybody okay with that shit? He said she has brain damage, right? She has paralysis. Yeah, me too. Yep. Yeah. How does anybody not care about that, Frost? I don't get it. So sad. There are a lot of stories where people have lost scholarships and things like this when they've worked their whole lives to do this now because some guy says he's a girl. Get the hell out of here. Are you in? My God. Oh, wow. But then it's crazy. Why are people fighting for this shit? I'm telling you, this is where Democrats are being so stupid. This is where I'm glad they're being stupid. Yeah, less than 1% of people in this country give a shit about that. Oh no. I'm sorry, what happened? Maybe I think I missed something. People don't care about that shit. They care about you bringing all these people over here to opening up our borders and just letting shit go crazy. Well, Ryan, aren't you embarrassed by the shit they don't care about? They did not look good the other night at all. That did not look good one bit. You cannot tell me that you I mean, really? No, of course. No, you're right. And quite frankly, I don't actually believe that they do. Oh, hey, I don't believe that. I saw a lot of stuff where people were saying that, and that's what I was asking. But it was not a good look. It was not a good look. Because if you just because you hate the president, if you can't celebrate that little boy, if that little boy didn't get to your heart, and you can't acknowledge certain things, it's not okay. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I'm sorry about that, Gemini. They are. Exactly. How I don't know how you could. I mean, there were a couple of times when I felt pretty emotional. That little boy is when I couldn't hold back my tears. I couldn't fight him. That was disgraceful. That just really made them look like assholes. It really did. That's why I was showing these videos of people saying, I can't put up with this anymore. You can't act like that. And like I've said several times, I didn't vote for Obama. I didn't care for Obama one bit. But before it was funny and because everything turned out okay, I was furious to have that that fake interpreter where my president was, because you gotta vet people better when my president's there. I didn't like him, but I would never go. You have to respect the office, and they just don't look. They don't look good at all. They're disrespectful. They look like idiots. And you got to care about something. And you got to care about that woman who got hit so hard with that volleyball. That's not okay. That shit is not okay. That makes me so mad. Just like, right. No, of course. Well, there are Republicans that make Republicans look bad. I don't like all Republicans at all. Like I said, I'm not a Republican myself. But I've never seen every single Republican in there just be rude to the other side. I've never seen it completely one-sided like that. And they need to stop thinking that people hate Elon Musk. They don't. People don't hate him. Majority of people are happy that we're finding all this bullshit. When you see this stupid shit we're paying for, if you are for that, that's a problem. Oh, you got to see this. I got to show you guys this one. You're going to love this, okay? This one is a really good one because wait, where is it? Oh, yeah, this is really good. I love the hypocrisy. Oh, yeah. This unhinged idiot. I don't know how anyone goes along with her. She's a liar. 100% a liar. But listen to this. This is hilarious.
Elon Musk wants everyone in America to be at the mercy of Elon Musk.
That's just stupid.
We are here to fight back. Fight back. Fight back.
When that much money disappears, it's usually because somebody broke some laws somewhere. But if we don't look, if we don't ask, if we don't uncover it and make it all public, we'll never find out.
Elon Musk wants everyone in America
How do you like that hypocrisy? Right? So it just depends who's doing it. But that's so her, you know, she's a proven fibber. I have as much Native American in me as she does. How many times did she benefit by claiming that she's a Native American? She's not any more than I am. She's full of shit. And how much is she worth? I got that somewhere. She's worth $67 million. That's awesome, right? She makes $175,000 a year. Oh my God, the signs were completely ridiculous. That to have to be thrown out of there, hey Texas country lady, to have to be removed because you can't behave yourself, just behave, period. There is a thing about having respect and behaving yourself. It was not a good look. It was not. I'm seeing a lot of people, a lot of Democrats are saying, you screwed up with me now after that. And I would think they would. It was disgraceful. It was embarrassing. And I don't know. She isn't worth shit. No, she's not to me either, but she's worth a lot of money. Where the hell did that come from? Just like she said out of her own mouth. That usually means somebody's doing something wrong. Yeah, it does. And now we got this big old problem with Elon Musk. Well, whatever. I don't give a shit who's finding it and what they're doing, but I'll take it. We actually do have okay, this right here is really funny. We have another one from Terrence too. Oh my God, he makes me laugh so hard, you guys. He is so funny. Listen how funny. This right here is a funny one. It's really short too. I don't know. Elon's afraid. He actually said on Joe Rogan he's scared. He thinks he's going to be killed. He said a lot on Joe Rogan. This is short, but it's really funny.
Yo, Trump is funny. The way he antagonizing the Democrats. And I created a new department called Doge. Perhaps you've heard of it. Perhaps you've heard of it. And we thank you, Elon. Even these people over here, they don't know, but they thank you too. And now he's running down the waste.
The social and economic inclusion of sedentary migrants. Nobody knows what that is. $1 million to promote LGBTQI+ in the African nation of Lesotho, which nobody has ever heard of.
Yep.
Isn't that right? No one's ever heard of it. Seriously, stop it. There is literally shit paying for stuff that we don't even know what it is, where it is, what the hell's happening. I mean, if you're okay with that, then go ahead and be okay with it. But I'm not okay with it. These people can go ahead and just keep giving their money to that shit because I don't want to. Yeah, it's a very interesting, when Elon Musk was on Joe Rogan, it was really good. Something else he said that I didn't even notice had happened actually, but he said when the rally where Trump was shot in Butler, I guess CNN was streaming that rally, which is very weird because they did not stream rallies ever. I know they didn't. We've always watched them on Right Side Broadcasting because nobody streamed them. But isn't that wild that they did? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And well, first of all, it's all money laundering. It's coming a whole lot of this crap. That's why they make up they don't even make up an actual legitimate country. It's coming most of it's coming right back to them. That's how they're millionaires. I mean, let's be honest. Right. See? Why did that happen? I mean, we already know they wanted him to be killed on national TV in front of everybody. Sick as shit. But I didn't even realize that CNN had streamed that. Pretty wild, huh? It's disgusting. The shit they've gotten by with. But you do have to wonder, that's the thing, Brian, how do they feel about this country? I mean, why they keep talking about Elon, this unelected person. Well, the president has a lot of people work for him that were not elected. That's the way that goes, that with everybody. I'm pretty sure that Hunter was doing a whole bunch of shit. Somebody was. It wasn't Joe Biden running the country. Anybody who wants to say that is full of shit, lying. Who was running the country when Biden was president? Because it was not him, and whoever it was absolutely was not elected. That's a damn fact. That should be what people should be looking into. The president has to hire people that are going to work for him because that's the way that goes. What idiot wouldn't? And those people aren't elected. He was elected, and so that's how it works. But I think that it needs to be looked into about his state of mind when he went and pardoned all these people, all the shit he did when he wasn't right. I don't believe any of that was him doing. I don't think he was doing any of it. He didn't know what the hell he's doing. People should be in trouble for that shit right there because a lot of people knew damn well. You had to. I knew, and I'm not there talking to his ass. And it took that one debate for the whole world to know. That tells you how people don't pay attention. I mean, the guy was not right. And we don't even need to go into the fact that he got 15 million more votes than any Democrat ever has. More than Obama, more than anybody ever has. Yeah, we're still going to act like you can get in trouble for saying that was a fucking rigged election. I've never said any differently because I know damn well it was. Care what anybody says. But we need to quit acting like he's not allowed to have Elon work there. He is allowed to. And he doesn't care about my information. When they're saying that stuff, that's really stupid. A lot of ignorant, idiot people that we have no idea who they are has our information. The government knows when I want to buy something, for fuck's sake. They know every damn thing we do. And I'm pretty sure that he's not going to get anywhere with my social security number. He doesn't need it. There are some people in there, though, that probably could use it maybe. But we don't get to know who they are. It's all completely asinine. I thought that was so funny, though, the way she said it. Because that was funny. When he brings up that stuff the other night and we're like, oh my God. Nobody knows what that is and shit. So, you guys, Terrence Williams has another one. I don't know if he cracks me up bad. I cannot help it with it. I love this guy. I don't know where Jerry's at. I know she would like this.
Someone occupying the Oval Office who's never actually been elected to the Oval Office and actually answering more questions than the person that allegedly got elected. He said we need to return the power of the purse to Congress. It never left. According to the Constitution, that's where it's at. Now, I know that people are confused right now because for whatever reason, we had a guy that went in and you talk about people invading our data. Listen, people said that they were upset about TikTok, but I'm upset about the guy that runs Twitter, who for sure is doing nefarious things, because I don't understand, if you are trying to conduct audits and figure out where the waste, fraud, and abuse is, I don't know why you would go to some tech guy. In fact, it was only techies that were sitting there at inauguration. We didn't have auditors. I would welcome auditors.
Would you really though? But that's just it. It's not your choice to decide who he gets to hire. And here you are running your mouth about people in there that weren't elected. Again, Hunter Biden damn sure wasn't. Fucking crackhead in the damn White House. In the Situation Room. Give me a freaking break, you idiots. Terrence is so funny though. Look at, he has clothespins on his fingers.
To come in and do forensic audits. In fact, he sat there in the Oval Office yesterday and he admitted that he was lying and he was using his propaganda machine to do it when he said that we sent millions of dollars to Gaza for condoms. That was a lie. So let me tell you something.
The gentlelady's time has expired.
It's time for
the
us
gentlelady's
to do our
time
job
has expired.
and rein in this rogue actor known
The gentlelady's time has expired.
See, I'm Jasmine Crockett. And let me tell you, see, they ain't got what we got, okay? See, we got democracy on our side. See what I'm saying? And this Elon Musk guy,
right?
This he won't be worried about TikTok, okay? What he needs to be worried about is like, he needs to be worried about not what's going on in the Oval Office. Okay, he needs to be worried about what's going on in his office. Okay, see, I'm one of the smartest black women that you will ever know. Okay, and that is what they are afraid of. They are afraid of us. Okay,
Oh my God, you make me laugh so hard. If you want to go back. Right. Well, that's just it. You know, people, well, even look at, they say when JFK was in office, Bobby was running everything. And a lot of times they do have very, very close advisors. They always do. Look at stupid fucking Karl Rove. Still has his ass up in the middle of everything. Karl Rove still pulls a bunch of bullshit. I just heard some shit the other day. Karl Rove still pulling stunts. He was never elected to anything. They all have people close to them. I mean, it just makes no sense. That's what I'm saying about Karl Rove. You know, Bill Paxton, AG in Texas, said that he can't even be invited. He's not invited to be on Fox ever anymore. And he said that they never told him why, but somebody who works in the local Fox affiliate, where he said he used to go in regularly and do interviews. Somebody that works in there said it's Karl Rove, said, put it into that. Why the hell is Karl Rove doing jack shit? Him and his stupid fucking whiteboard. Get out of here. They all had people very close to him that advised them and stuff. We don't. But again, Biden, why wasn't even an option of whether somebody was running shit for him? Quite frankly, they like to talk about Trump being a narcissist. He's 100% the type that isn't going to let anyone tell him what to do. And he wants to be right all the time. He wants to be successful all the time. And since what he's wanting to do is for America, yeah, I'm really happy about that. He's probably the only one. Because not only, this is the thing, you guys. So I was listening to somebody the other day. It made a lot of sense. I never heard of this person before, but he made a lot of sense about this Epstein files. And he was saying that, he said, as much as there's, if we ever get anything out of it, I don't think we will, quite frankly. If it even exists, I don't even know. Why wouldn't they actually have destroyed everything at this point? When it's so dire to not let anybody know. I can't imagine that when the right people had it in their hands, they didn't get rid of it, frankly. But what he said was, he said there's a lot of people we might end up being surprised about some names on there. But he said mostly we already pretty much know the names of the people on there. And as far as the politicians, as far as Hollywood, stuff like that, he said we're not going to be names that really surprise us so much. But there's going to be a lot of names that we don't recognize that are on there, which he claims would be from Wall Street. He claims that's a really big, a huge factor in all this. I don't know that. But and what he was saying, so this is a thing. You know, you always wonder, where did Epstein get his money? Like, he didn't just have a little bit of money. He had a lot of money. You know, when you own islands and you own private jets and this shit. And he didn't come from money. And when he was first given a job as a teacher at a very prestigious school, that didn't even make any sense because he was a college dropout. He wasn't even qualified to be a teacher. It's very weird that he became a teacher. Several years ago, I was looking at it and I was like, where did his money come from? You can usually tell. Did he have some big, huge, you know, like even Oprah, like she bought stock in Reebok before it became anything. And that was a big windfall. A lot of people have different things like that kind of thing. But yes, Bill Barr's dad, exactly right, sis. Yes, Bill Barr's dad hired him. And Bill Barr's dad was some of the people that started CIA. What they're saying is, so it wasn't so much because he was somehow just given a bunch of money somehow. Now, Ghislaine's dad was up to some really bad shit too. He was found murdered. She did come from money, but he was made, they said, by the CIA. So what happens is, you know, so many politicians, so many people can be compromised or can be bought, right? We see a lot of it. And a lot of these nasty efforts don't have any morals or shit. But they need to, so you need to be able to buy these people, which is usually very easy. And also you need to compromise them. So when you think about it, this is why they hate Trump so bad. They've never been able to buy him. And they didn't have anything on him to compromise him. It's mostly about people that are going to do what you say because you've got the shit they pulled and you can bring it up. It is gross. But think about that's the same pretty much they say with Diddy, really. I mean, I'm not saying that what any of them did is okay, but then somehow they decide they're done, they can arrest them, right? Sorry, hold on. Gotta let the dogs out. So the thing is, they say Epstein was pretty much created to be able to go, it's not hard to get Clinton to act like a complete pig. A lot of them. Yes, right. Yep. You're right, sis. I think his name's Clive, but I could be wrong. Anyway, it doesn't matter. No, I mean, and look what they've done with Diddy. It is, I'm not saying he's a good guy. I don't really know what the guy did, okay? But I think, for one thing, what Judge Joe Brown said is, first of all, they got him for trafficking. And he said they created this to do this kind of shit because, so say he took his girlfriend they flew to another state and had a vacation or whatever. If you pay for it, the whole thing, then that can actually be considered trafficking if she doesn't pay her own way. Well, that's ridiculous, right? But with this RICO kind of shit they do, they work this stuff around so they can arrest whoever they want to. Because even Judge Joe Brown said, oh my God, these dogs. I'm so sorry. Get in here. Get in here. Hey, get in here. Stop it. I'm so sorry. For them, they charged him in New York. They raided homes in California and Florida, none in New York. Like, it doesn't make any sense, right? They had Epstein in New York. Epstein did have a home in New York, but he also had him in Florida, New Mexico. But look, that's where they pulled the shit with Trump, because they're dirty over there. They're dirty. And who knows why something ends up happening, but the government is completely okay with what these people are doing until they're not. And then they have a bunch of dirt on people. I don't think we'll ever know. I don't think we will. I don't think people will go to jail. But a whole lot of people been involved in trafficking children. And it doesn't mean that they paid for their girlfriend to take a trip. That's not. But that they play some games like this. They play these nasty games. And I don't know that, again, I would find it very hard to believe that they actually allowed all that shit to stay somewhere. They didn't destroy that evidence. Have you guys ever seen the guy that had been, so you know how everything went wrong the night Epstein was killed in jail, right? None of the cameras were working. Guards fell asleep. He wasn't supposed to be alone, but he was. Of course, right? But have you ever seen the cellmate the guy who had been his cellmate? I hope I can find this. Have you seen that? Isn't that crazy? You guys. Wild. Let me see. I hope I can find a picture of this guy. Yes, he was a former police right, okay. A former New York police officer and former cellmate of disgraced financier. Okay, that's what his job was. Financier. What the fuck is that? Huge guy. He killed 4 people with his hands. Big guys. This guy is I found a picture of him, but it's not a good picture. Well, get away from that. Ex-cop and former prison cellmate sentenced to life in prison for murder of 4 men that he killed with his hands. You got to see him. Yeah, he's massive. And there's no way Jeffrey Epstein killed himself. We know he didn't. I want to find a good picture of this guy. Oh my God. So just think, really? Was he really not in there? Yeah, check this guy out. That's not a good picture, damn it. I knew that blew my mind when I saw that. Look at this guy. I wish I could blow it up more. Hey, Wendy. Where's the sister? Isn't that wild? Oh my God. I can't believe that. Oh, she's not feeling. Oh, no. I'm sorry. Okay, let me find that picture. I know it's not a really big deal, but it just blows my mind. This guy was. Oh, stop. Sorry, you guys. Why can't I find this? Oh, there we go. Right. Right. And someone that could kill him with his hands. Because I'm certain that's what happened. Look at this guy. Isn't that crazy? That's who his cellmate was. If you saw the guys that he killed with his hands, they were not small guys. Isn't that wild? Oh no, oh God, yikes. Wow, Wendy, that sucks. That was crazy to me. So sorry about that, but I just learned about that and I thought I would share. Hi, Stacy. So yeah, I do feel like we probably won't ever know anything about that. And I'm just going to try to tell myself that, you know, what we need to know for sure is that a bunch of bullshit goes on and people don't go to jail for it. But, you know, we need to make it stop. We need to stop just allowing all this. We definitely got to stop allowing this shit to go on in our schools. That's the thing. You know how there are a lot of people involved in this. And I think it's just really they say they got this whole truckload of stuff. I don't know that they really did. I don't believe it till I see it. Oh, a lot of people. That's the thing. You know, if you believe the theory, which sounds very plausible to me, that Epstein was literally created to get dirt on people. A lot of people, a lot of big people. And that way they kept them. They had a grip on these people. They had control over these people because they had this dirt on them. Hi, Liz. I am doing well. I hope you are also. A lot. Well, that's the thing. Look at, you know, Bill Barr even tried to act like, oh, he tried to rush over there and see what all happened. And, you know, the scene was all messed up. Everything was deleted. The 911 calls were deleted. But, and, you know, they said he hung himself. Well, we know he didn't. The pictures of the cell, he couldn't have done that. That would not have worked. And the fact is that everything doesn't just get deleted like that. First of all, anytime it does, there's some shit that's gone on. No, and Dr. Bodden, very well known in crime, true crime, very well known. He said that his neck was, you know, cracked. It was broke. It was done by a person. I mean, it wasn't. And then that huge guy had been his cellmate. You imagine? No, but there's a lot of people they're trying to protect. I'm telling you, I don't know for sure who all, but can you just hire him to be a teacher when he didn't even have a degree. It never made any sense where the hell his money came from. Never. Yeah, everything's under right. You cannot do anything that you're not being filmed. You really can't do anything that you're not being filmed. And so when you have like this kid that shot Trump, we know nothing about him, literally nothing. He had no social media. What about his phone? He was talking to somebody right before that. Who the hell was he talking to? And they say when they got to his house, it was scrubbed. There was nothing. There's not even silverware in the damn drawers. Gone. How come we don't know anything about him? Like I said, the government knows every damn thing I do. Somebody knows every time. If I think about buying something, I start getting shit about it. Nothing, right? Nothing. I mean, give me a break. They tracked down everybody who was in Washington, D.C. on January 6th. Have you guys, there are some stories, you guys, that are horrible that went on with that shit. Some stories, like, I'm going to have to dig up this story, but this one case that the FBI came and got to one of the kids and had the kids going behind their parents' back, doing all this shit. And the dad ended up dying. Like, there's a lot to it, but the mom's like, we didn't do anything and our lives are 100% ruined forever. Like, it's crazy. But they know nothing about the guy that shot the president. And no one hears shit about it. That's all okay with all these people. Right, he killed somebody. And everybody wants to talk about the cops that were killed January 6th, and there wasn't. Exactly right, selective. That's exactly right. You want to know why? Because somebody in the government knew that guy before that date. I mean, there was no communication between local police and Secret Service. Why? The roof that guy is on, everybody in that is in that field will tell you that is the first place you put somebody. No, because that's where we got to put the guy. Exactly, Frazzle. Right. I mean, look at the shit they pulled with that. Liz Cheney and all that, they actually said that the president grabbed the Secret Service guy and accosted him. Did you hear that? Seriously. The shit that they have made up over January 6th is amazing. Because it's lies. It's all fucking lies. It was a huge setup. Yeah, he had done a commercial for BlackRock, or he was in a commercial. I think kind of like an extra type of thing. I don't know that. I don't think he was actually. I don't know. There's definitely some shit there for sure. In my opinion, and no one will ever talk me out of it, our own government did that. 100%. That is 100% who did that. I mean, you have people that are crazy that go off doing crazy shit. But like I said, they can't buy Trump, and they haven't been able to compromise him. If there was something, all the people that say, oh, he was at pedophile island or whatever, the fact is that look at how hard they tried to put him in jail. I mean, the shit they came up with was so freaking lame. It was ridiculous. Yes, they convicted him of shit that's not even against the law. It's not even a crime. So if there were whatever they could get on him, they have gone in the depths of everything to get him. And that would have been done. But no, well, we have new people in now, and we better find out about that guy. That can't just be sitting still. That's why I say there's a lot to do. There is so much to do. God, can you imagine? I can't even imagine. And he's done a lot in the time he's been there. Like that woman said, he gets up every day doing what Nikita wants. Oh yeah, me too. Yeah, that's something that people have wanted for a long time. That I don't know. Obviously, I know nothing. But I would be very surprised if there are not forces that are literally not going to let that happen. I would like to see people go to jail. I want to see Bill Barr go to jail. Put his fat ass in jail. Can't stand that piece of shit. He's knee deep in all kinds of horse shit. And that's the thing. A lot of these people, they come in and out of from different administrations, right? When he's not, well, he was Trump's AG. There again, he didn't know who he couldn't trust. But when they're not working in an administration, they're doing some fuck shit, I'm telling you. And he for sure is. You paid to see it? How did you pay to see it? I don't know what that means. 'Cause I don't know if you have enough money. I don't think anybody has enough money to. There's some major dirt. There really is. There's some shit. I don't know what's going to come out with Diddy either, right? Because, why did they arrest him? They were fine with the shit he was pulling. They were all playing along with that crap themselves. So that's going to be very interesting to see how that turns out, because he's still. And they typically aren't going to let these people go to court because they don't want this shit to really come out. That's what I think. I'm just glad I'm not rich or important, because nobody's gonna be all that wound up about any shit I do. Hey, Queen. Nobody's got to try to get rid of me. I got no information. I got no money. So that works out well for me. Still here, mind my own business. But I do need to mind a little bit more business about what people are doing. I really am thinking more about trying to get more involved with local stuff. I know that they pulled some shit here with Doge here in Phoenix recently. It irritates the crap out of me. They need to shut up. Yeah. Exactly. That's just it, Debbie. There's no way when they say that something didn't get on video somehow, I'm immediately suspicious. That's just not possible. Not today. You can't do shit without people. Anybody is silly to think that every move they make is not being recorded somewhere. So we know that's a lie. We know that. And this kid was 21, and there's nothing about him. Nobody, no friends, no. I know a couple people came out and said he was a little bit strange and shit. People made fun of him. I think that's what happened. Every fucking time you turn around when somebody does something, they were bullied. Okay, I'm really fed up with that one also. I'm sick and tired. First of all, that they're just making shit the fuck up. 100% on that. Secondly, just because you're bullied, you don't get to. You want to see some bullying? Oh my God, you guys. You want to see some shit with this kid? Yeah, I had a lot more videos to show you guys, actually. You want to talk about being bullied? This will make you sick. Oh, these people bullying this little boy from the other night. Oh my God. This is sad. They tried to kill who? Look at this bullshit. This makes me so mad.
I bet you can't arrest me. You too cocky. So you about to go? His head's back for real. Sir. Arrest her.
Not sad.
Arrest her. Well, I bet you can't arrest me. You too cocky.
And tonight, DJ, we're going to do you the biggest honor
I know.
of them all. I am asking our new Secret Service Director, Sean Curran, to
Look at his
officially
face.
make you an agent of the United States Secret Service.
You guys remember when he did like this? It made me cry. Watch how he hugs him. I know, isn't that sad? Look at this. It is, Queen, it is. I have seen so many videos of people that are just like done with Democrats after that shit. Can you believe people were doing that to him? What the fuck is wrong with people? I know. I'm telling. That's when I totally lost it. When he hugged him so tight like that, and the look on his face. That's what I'm saying. It's disgraceful. Who sits down for that? It was so disgusting. Like, come on, you can't. This doesn't do something to you. My God. Okay, we'll have to talk about that, sis. Look at this. He did. I know. I felt so happy for him.
But you wanna know the craziest part? Because my mom bathed me and my brothers all together, and out of nowhere I locked up, and then my dad was calling my name, and I started going to the slow thing, and he said, "Stop playing with me," and then I started to act, I ain't gonna lie, I started to act slow, and then as soon as he said that, we was speeding all the way, running lights, going to the hospital, and then next thing you know, I was seizing on the table. They said, "No, we gonna have to go on this brain tonight." Ever since then, I had 13 brain surgeries, and that's how many times my personality has changed. And that's something that you don't hear from a terminally ill child. They had 5 months to live. I'm gonna keep on going until my gas tanks run out. And that's when God calls you home. You never know when God's gonna call you home. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my dad. I know he's pretty proud of me, and I'm pretty proud of him too. And I'd like to thank President Trump, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here today.
I know, right? I don't know how that doesn't do something to you. Isn't that so sweet? Yeah, we need prayers for Shabby. And Jerry's mom was having tests done today. I don't know when results are going to come in, but we need prayers there also. I know. Didn't you just love his little voice? My dad was hauling to the hospital. Yeah, I love his dad too. That was all, like you said, frazzled. He has a strong dad. That's a really good, that's just a good story. Like, I don't know how you can act shameful with that. I don't get that. I don't care who makes that boy feel better. Whoever it is, good, great. You have to, that's a good thing. But that's why I titled it that, because I saw so many videos of people, of Democrats saying, I'm done. You guys hate America. I'm done with you. You hate America. And that is what it seems like. Oh, good. Oh, thank God, Wendy. Thanks for letting us know. Good, good. Well, hopefully that's the case. Okay. Thank you for that. Absolutely. That's a great update. Thank you. Very happy to hear that. Hopefully it stays like that way. Well, they got to wait till they get results before they say that, Wendy. I don't get that part. That does that disturbs me that we're talking about that without having any slow your roll, man. Don't start talking about shit like that. Yeah, I don't. Well, absolutely, but until you have confirmation, you don't want to go doing that. And for sure, if it's more external than 100%, you don't do that at all. Yeah, definitely. You know what though? Get a second opinion before you do any kind of treatments. Get a second opinion for sure, because I don't like the way they're talking about that. Biopsy is not just a confirmation. I mean, that's it. That's everything. The biopsy is everything. You got a notification that I'm live? Did you just right now? Right, frazzled? See, that doesn't make any sense. Right, they did a colonoscopy. Right. Right. Yeah, I get that. So there are that's funny. Right. Absolutely. Without a biopsy, you do not know. And you could have, you can have tumors, you can have all kinds of things, but you don't know that they are that until. Right. Right. Yeah. I'm not trying to act like a doctor. I don't like to, I don't like to start talking about chemo without having hard confirmation about. Frankly, my personal opinion is I don't like talking about chemo, even if you do have facts on that, because I'm not a big fan of chemo myself. That's just me personally. But I mean, chemo is designed to kill everything. Good, bad, everything. It's a very hard thing to go through. Yeah, she absolutely gets a second opinion, 100%. Yeah, I wouldn't care who likes it or not. I mean, it's poison. It's poison. Right. Right. And I'm sure they are, but I mean, I just think it's crazy that you would start talking about chemo before you ever, before you have results of a biopsy. I mean, once you get the results of everything, that's when you start talking about all your options. But to say right out of the gate, what the fuck? That's craziness. Because what you want to be able to do, you want to get the results, and then you want to look at all of your options. You want to really do your research, because that's that's a very hard thing to go through. It does. It kills everything. It's horrible. Exactly. You look at everything. And that's just it too, because so in a colonoscopy, so apparently she had polyps. Did they remove them? And there is a lot they can do with colon based on whatever, there's different, depending on what stage, and there's so many different factors. There's a lot of different factors. Right. No, I understand, Wendy. I'm sorry. I get that. I understand. You're right. You're right. I'm just saying, I mean, I just, that's what killed my mother. Right. Right, Queen. My mom had it before they didn't do colonoscopies and shit back then. Oh, good. Oh, okay. Nice. I'm sorry. I apologize. I don't mean to be, so invasive about it. But I definitely am concerned for you guys. Yeah, I just want the best outcome for you guys, for all of you. And I have a strong distrust for a lot of things. And, keep in mind, you know what? People are fighting very hard against RFK. For what reason? Because they need us. People need us to stay sick. The pharmaceuticals, and let me tell you something. You know how much money chemo is? It's a lot of money. A lot. They need us to stay sick. And I don't trust these bastards. I don't trust them. None of them. We're eating horrible things. We're taking medications for every stupid asinine damn thing in the whole world. I don't trust them. They need us to stay stupid and sick so they can make all kinds of stupid ass money. No, I don't like it. I don't trust any of them. When you think about pharmaceutical companies, when they know, when they put out a drug, I mean, half the time you watch these commercials and what it's going to help you with is nothing compared to all the shit it's going to cause. That's going into it. You don't really know for sure because inevitably it ends up turning out that all kinds of bad shit happens, right? They even have one, I can't remember what it was, but swear to God, one of the side effects was you would become promiscuous and start having a gambling problem. What? Swear to God, you guys remember that shit? And who the fuck's gonna take that? But no matter what, they'll end up getting a class action lawsuit and have to pay out $14 billion, and it's still worth it. They're still making enough money to put that shit out there. Can you imagine the crazy money involved here? That's why you have politicians pissed off. They don't want anyone to stop that shit. They don't want no one stopping it. I don't trust their asses. And you'll see certain doctors just have that they have a thing for certain things. They won't get off of it. They'll just, I've left doctor's office before thinking, what the fuck was that all about? I mean, that is not even what I came in here for. What the fuck are we talking? Yeah, right. Well, yeah, frazzled. Remember that one woman? That she killed her mom or ate her mom or some crazy shit? They said it was Prozac that did that. Yeah. Yep. That was wild. That had everybody scared shitless. Oh my God. Yeah, because they said that Prozac made that happen. And she got, I know. And then, but they just kept giving it out. So every time you heard somebody was on it, you were like, oh shit, they're going to kill me. Yes. Exactly right. That's what I'm saying, Queen. Yes. I've been hearing stuff about that shit that's not good. Yeah, people are losing weight, but hey. Right. I'm just saying some of it is just not worth it, you know. If it's going to cause your toenails to not be yellow, I'll take a yellow toenail and paint the toenail and to not become promiscuous and start having a gambling problem. What the fuck is that? But half the time you see that stuff, it's like, seriously, like, you know, some people, you know, have liver damage, kidneys shut down. I mean, it's a lot of stuff. How much damage do you think that Men, what is that shit called? Viagra. I guarantee that's caused some problems. You know how many women are like, motherfucker, don't you dare take that fucking pill again. You're fucking done right now. Yes. Yep. Yeah, because if there's a miracle thing, it's usually probably, I mean, you got to be careful. Oh, wow. Wow, Wendy. See, who knows, right? Crazy shit. Hey, Tough. That's wild. Yeah, nobody wants that. That's exactly right, sis. Yep, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh my God. Wow. That's crazy. Okay, I'm going to shut this down. I'm going to come right back and we're going to talk about the birds. Okay, yeah, I'm going to shut it down. I'm going to use the restroom and I'm going to come right back on and we're going to talk about birds. Well, yeah. Okay, Wendy. Well, love you. If you feel like if you want to just come check out, because the birds are doing so good. They really are. And it's freezing cold. It's like bad weather. Thank you, Wendy. Thanks everybody for being here. I'm going to come right back because they're so stinking cute. I love them. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. Love you. Bye.